In this movie, we are going to configure WordPress to acknowledge mamp, to know where the database is running locally. So let's just review a few of the things that we've already done. We've downloaded WordPress. We've downloaded and installed mamp. WordPress lives in the mamp htdocs. I'm running this movie from home, and I have several installations of WordPress. The one I'm using today is called WordPress 2. I have gone in through preferences, and I've indicated that in the Apache section that I'm using WordPress 2. Prior to that, I had gone in through my Open Start page and created a new database, and that's where we're going to start up. My database was called Penny 2, and I'm actually all set now to start configuring WordPress. What I need you to do is look up at the top in your URL line, and there's localhost 8888 mamp. There's a bunch of information up here that you really don't need. And simply by eliminating everything after the 8s, so if you can, through the magic of the delete key, I'm able to, there we go, successfully highlight everything after the 8s, hit delete. So it simply reads localhost :8888, and then hit return. WordPress knows something is going on. This is actually a WordPress file that, saying, hey, wait a minute, there's not a config. There's no configuration file here, and I need to configure things before we can get started. So we're just going to go through screen by screen, step by step, and in no time we'll have our WordPress local site up and running. So step 1, create a configuration file. Now, we only have to do this once, the very first time after we've set up this whole mamp business. WordPress is giving you a preview of things that you're going to need: a name, a username, and a password. And these are, at this point, getting you hooked up to the database. So this isn't your blog name. This isn't your administrative name and password. This is just information on the database. So hopefully, when we hit let's go, you remember what you named your database. Penny 2. Because we are working locally, and this would be at home or this would be at Madison College, your username and your password are both root. That is WordPress and mamp's sort of code to remember. We're just working in a local environment at the root of the mamp. Localhost, you can leave that as is. You can leave the table prefix, which is all kind of database stuff, as is. Hit submit. All right, Sparky, isn't that nice? Some acknowledgement from WordPress that we've made it through this part of the installation. So we are ready to run the install. It found the database. We are good to go. This now is finally specific to you and your site. As it says, don't worry, you can always change these settings later, but for now, you do need to give this your best shot at giving it a name. I'm going to go really generic here, Penny Site. Username and password. If you write nothing else down, write this down. This will grant you access to your dashboard, to the whole editing process in WordPress. So make sure that you are entering meaningful, strong passwords. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. We're working locally, but nonetheless, I am prompted to enter an email address, and it will not let you move past the screen without one. Also, seems kind of ridiculous. We're working locally. There's no way that Google or Technorati will find these things that we're working on, but I'll leave that checked also. Install WordPress. Success! Hallelujah. Here's my username. My password is my chosen password. Whew, I can take a deep breath, click login, and I'm right where I would be every single time at my login screen. So based on what I told you, you better write down earlier. There's my username. Here is my password. I will log in. I'm just gonna ignore that. And I'm at my dashboard. So I can write posts, create pages, make my own custom menus, categories, widgetize my site, everything here I am. This is my own site now. And my preview can be found here, Penny's site. It is previewing with the theme 2011. Now here's something to note. The database with my pages, my posts, my menus, my widgets, and everything like that is in the database on this particular machine running locally. The theme, on the other hand, I can take that with me and install the theme on any version, any installation of WordPress. The next time you want to visit this particular site, edit, look at it, note that this is the address, localhost : 8888. So the next time you come in and you want to see it, that's what you would type in. Of course, once you're here and you are in admin mode, I can come back and go to my dashboard and the like. But if you had logged out, WP-admin will get you back into your dashboard mode. So that's it. That's our local installation, getting WordPress to acknowledge MAMP and vice versa, and getting them both connected to the database.